Okay, this is the live stream. Hopefully, I'm not changing anything there. I can change down here. So we will have the sound of the fan above us. Go on. Let's pretend it's part of the thing. So hello everybody, welcome to the stream. We're just doing some checking on sounds and such right now. It looks like it's okay. Go ahead and just say a couple things. Just introduce your character, just because I need to check the sound levels.
I'm Tazzy. I'm a cleric.
Okay.
I'm the only healer.
Yes, and she's going to leave us in the middle of the game, like usual.
No.
Okay.
I'm Destructo. I'm a Dragonborn, and I'm a Paladin.
I'm Corbin, and I'm a sorcerer.
Okay. I'm Talia, and I'm a rogue. That's no.
I'm Optin Theft. I'm a wood elf and a fighter.
Okay. I think, let's see if I can get the fan sound to fade out. Oh, I can't see the thing. Now they're hearing.
I'm sure they
Is
appreciate
that the way I
that.
want to go, or this way? Definitely that way. So we need to make sure when we talk, we're talking nice and loud. No.
Not
at
you.
this moment. Just use your voice. Make it heard. Alright, so I guess we'll have to wait till someone gets into the chat to see if everything's all good. I've worked really hard on our overlay and stuff, so hopefully you guys enjoy it, although I don't think anyone's in the thing right now. Where's my mouse? There it is. We don't have anyone in the chat right now. So let's go ahead. I will go ahead and give us a kind of a refresher of what has happened in our story so far. So while we're waiting for more viewers, it might take a few minutes to go through this. So we started this. When did we start playing the D&D as a group? Not the New Year's one, but before that, wasn't it around November?
Yeah.
I think it was right around Thanksgiving.
No,
It was a little
because
before
we
Thanksgiving.
played at
Evan and
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then I got dead by
It was only me, Evan,
Yes.
and Melissa
When was your
who did
birthday?
it the first time.
October, so even a little. So probably around September-ish, we started playing D&D, and we decided to do the. I gotta see.
You're not talking to the laptop.
Yeah.
Camera's up there.
So anyway, we started playing the adventure Lost Mines of Phandelver, and just a real quick, what happened there is we left the city of Neverwinter. We were escorting something for Gundren. We were escorting some supplies, going to Phandelver because he has some kind of project that was going on that we didn't know much about at the time. And we started escorting those. We got ambushed by, I think it was 4 goblins. We ended up dispatching of them really quickly. I think, I don't remember. And then we followed a goblin path to the Craigmaw Caves. In the Craigmaw Caves, there was a kind of a water trap thing that was in there. There was a room that had 3 dogs that they've been starving and using to be hunting dogs and stuff for themselves. And we made a deal with Yemik, I think was his name. Yemik wanted the head of Clarg, and Clarg was the head bugbear in this area. So over on the other side of the cave, we needed to take out Clarg. So they eventually took him out, went back to Yemik, and Yemik had a companion that was with Gundren when he left, named Sildar. And he said he was going to kill Sildar if we did not get the head of Clarg. I'm going to remember all these names. I'm pretty impressed. I'm doing so good.
Yeah.
So good, yeah.
Good job.
So anyway, they got the head from Clarg. They ended up getting Sildar. As they were leaving the caves, they were ambushed once again. There were goblins on the outside that ambushed them. they dispatched them pretty quick. I don't remember if you guys went back in at that point and took out Emic for betraying you, kind of. I mean, he did end up giving you a Sildar, but he still was planning on killing y'all. So I think you guys went back in and killed off Emic at that point. Or no, you didn't.
we didn't.
That was
we
later.
left and went back.
Because that's when you went to the
Sure,
Lion
we
Shield
killed him.
coaster. You did end up killing him.
Yeah, we
So,
did end up killing him, but we went back.
They were injured, so they went ahead, got back to the cart. They had the supplies, and they went back to Phandelver. There, they went to Gundren's. It's not his brother, but a friend of his, who runs. What's the name of it? That one's. Does anyone have the name of it? What was it called? I'm drawing a blank. But they took it to Provisions. It's someone's Provisions. Barton's. Barton or Barthen? Barthen's Provisions. So they went to Barthen's Provisions, turned in the stuff. They ended up going, because it was it was kind of getting late at night, so they went to the inn, the Stonehill Inn. There they talked with the guy, and he was saying, I can give you a room for X amount, but I'm sure you could also talk to, some of the farm owners. They've been known to give room and board for free. So they ended up going to the Alderleaf farm. And who did they meet there again?
Carp.
Her
Hard.
boyfriend.
So technically, it's not. I want to say your name wrong. Talia.
You could have just asked her.
No, I wanted to see if I could get it. So that night, the lights were turned off. What was Carp's mom's name? That wasn't Quaileen, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Quaileen.
Quaileen.
So okay, so they talked to Quaileen, and she said they could stay in the barn, and so they ended up starting to sleep in the barn. But then they, in the middle of the night, decided they were going to go and break into Quaileen's house for whatever reason.
I
didn't agree to
remember
this.
that.
So our ninja Talia decided to go climb up on the roof.
Excuse me, forced to.
She was forced to go up on the roof and yeah, I guess forced. And she was trying to
Pretty.
open a window, and young Carp, who was probably around her age, because how old is your character?
I'm like 16.
Yeah, so her age, a boy that's her age, came to the door or to the window, and was kind of smitten. It was love at first sight, at least one way. So he ended up telling them about an adventure that they went on, that him and his friend were on, and they got chased out of the woods by some guys wearing red masks. So they went to investigate that. They found what we learned to be red bands.
My
Red
bands.
brands.
Red brands. I never get that
Let's
right.
just say bands. It's
Red
so much
bands.
easier.
Okay, if I say red brand or red band, it means the same thing. By the way, if anyone's watching, can you tell me how the levels are? At least I know there's music running in the background, and I can't tell how loud it is. So if you're watching and if the background music is super loud, let me know, because we want to get that fixed. Also, the actual volume of us, since we're all sharing the Yeti microphone right here, hopefully that sounds good as well. So anyway, they ended up going. They had some mishaps. They fought off some red bands red bands. They fought some of those guys off, and they decided they were going to go take a nap right there without going anywhere else. So they ended up getting a rude awakening by some more that were kind of on patrol. They ended up killing them. They went back home to Quaileen's. Later on, they ended up going to the Red Band's hideout. The music is loud. All right. Hold on, let me turn down the music because I definitely don't want that to be overwhelming.
Let me hear the music.
I'll just make it so it's barely showing up. Well, now it's not barely showing up. How's that? It might take 30 seconds. Can you hear the music?
No, there's like no music.
Yeah, there's no music. Sounds good. Oh, hey, that's Beck. How you doing, buddy? Is the music okay or is it too loud?
I can't tell.
I can't hear it.
I can hear me.
How you doing, buddy?
Long story short, what I'm doing right now is just wasting time hoping to get some people. Oh, Lev, how's it going?
Dad, you're a little low. Talk louder.
I'm a little low?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Let me turn that one on.
Tad's music is good. You are a little low.
Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I cranked up the volume. Is that better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I cranked up the volume. Is that better? Oh, it's me. Have the volume at half. Oh, is that too loud now? I can hear me, and that's probably getting picked up too. Alright, we'll leave it there. Let me know if either of the music...
He says it's fine.
The music gets... I can see right here. Let me know if the music gets too loud or if our voices get too soft or loud. Alright, so anyway, you guys ended up going to the Red Band's hideout, killed everyone, caught Irano Glassstaff, turned him into Sildar. He took him back to Neverwinter to be judged. And then you guys decided to go on the adventure to... Oh, you saved the lumberjack and his 2 kids. And she told you about the heirloom that was left in Thunder Tree, which is where we were at New Year's Eve. We went to Thunder Tree. You scared off a dragon. You didn't kill him.
Scratch.
You did end up fighting some dragon lover guys.
Would you like to explain to us why we did that?
Killed some spiders and stuff. And now we continue from where we left off.
What about the tree people?
Yeah.
The little...
The twig blights?
The
We don't
twig
need to
blights?
talk about that.
Yeah.
those are.
Yeah, because he caught a new axe, and then everyone's all like, test it, and then he freaking hits a tree, and then like 20 just come up.
Yeah.
But his axe worked. It did pretty good.
I know, but still, we needed to deal with those twig blights, and we all almost died.
So, by the way, Lev, you might notice, I don't know if you saw on DM's Guild, but up in the top corner, up by how many people are watching, there's a little thing that goes through and shows each of our characters' stats. Unfortunately, at the current time, it doesn't show you a live update on their hit points, but at least you get an idea who they are, what class they are, and all that fun stuff. Alright, so anyway, you come back into the Radoth's house. I can't talk. You come back into Radoth's house. And he thanks you for your service, and he says that he will go ahead and he'll tell you where he believes they're holding Gundren. Because remember, Gundren was not in Craigmaw Cave.
Don't we think Gundren's
Wasn't he like supposed to be in like a
Glassstaff?
castle?
No.
We thought
Wasn't
something
there like
about
a black
Glassstaff.
widow?
Quaileen.
Like a black widow?
We did. So you got a letter from the, I think it was the Black Spider, that Irano was saying something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but all preparations are
He was
underway.
making a deal.
We'll know soon. Gundren will speak or something.
Yeah.
We'll get the information out of him. So you're here now, and he says, I have been hearing about over where Craigmaw Cave is. He says deeper in the forest there's an old ruin that I've heard might have been repurposed, and many people have actually referred to it as Craigmaw Keep, or castle. And it is an old ruin out there. and he tells you that you might be able to find Gundren there. This is where like the goblins that are the Kregma goblins kind of are all based out of there. They have the Kregma caves kind of close to the road so that they can actually ambush and hijack and attack people, caravans and such that come by. However, the boss and the people that run the show are actually in this Kregma castle. So he gives you as detailed information as he can as to where it is, and I will share that with you. Just one second. Where is? All right, so let me just share that map real quick. Sword Coast player.
Do you have any healing potions?
No, but you had like 6.
I know, but I want to know who has healing potions.
All right, so I'm going to share this one with you guys. Sharing and sharing. And now I have to get everything lined up over here. Oh, and I need to switch to map mode. All right, so now this is the hard part. Bear with me. There. Actually, that's all we really need, I think. So we can close the retreat. There. Okay. So this area, I need that mouse real quick because that's the one that controls this laptop.
I was gonna say that's the wrong mouse.
All right. So you guys know that right around here was where Kregma Cave is. I think, yeah, you should be able to see that in the map. So right around here is where Kregma Cave is. And he's telling you right up in this area, just off the Tribord Trail, right up in here is where the Kregma Castle is, or at least this ruins that he's heard that they've taken over of an old castle that has since kind of been falling apart and dilapidated. All right, let me close that one. So you guys, are you going to head there, or do you want to go back to Phandelver?
We need to go get the cart.
Is everybody healed?
Yeah, we're all at 100%.
Yes, everyone should be healed.
We
What
should,
do you think?
I think we should just try since it's going to be on our way back anyway.
Okay. I agree. Let's
So,
do it.
Let's not get an encounter.
So just to give you an idea of where you are, let me pull that back up real quick, and maybe if I reshare this, will it push it? Oh, good. All right, so where you guys are.
Do we have to roll for an encounter?
No, not right now.
Okay.
So you guys are currently down here in Thunder Tree. You can, wrong button. So like I said, down here's Kregma Cave. Here's Phandelver. The Kregma Keep is right around here, Kregma Castle, and you guys are currently up here in Thunder Tree.
Yes.
So you guys will have to make the trek all the way down here, unless you're gonna go the dangerous way and probably get a lot more encounters.
No, let's go the safe.
So you could go, you could go here.
Come on.
You could come down the high road, then get on Tribord Trail, and probably when you get to this edge of the Sword Mountains, you probably want to start heading
Okay,
in.
let's do it.
So you will be passing Phandelver if you want to get supplies or anything like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do we need?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, fine.
Do we need anything?
Hockey?
No. Hoggy.
Oh yeah, we do need Hoggy. Bring
What?
Hoggy back.
I don't think we need anything.
I don't think we need anything either.
Okay. So you're
We're
just
gonna go
gonna
straight there.
head straight to Kregma Castle.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head there. Up and Theft, can you roll me in the tray right there? Our first roll in the tray, a 20-sided die.
The what? Oh,
This is a huge
Let's see how that looks.
15.
I can't see it because it's this big. 15?
Yeah.
All right, hold on just one second. All right, you're good.
Perfect.
All right, so you make part of the trek here. You kind of get from Thunder Tree. We'll just keep it quick. So you basically make it to Neverwinter. Now you're going to take the high road back down. So yours are probably going to be really hard to see in the die tray. But that's okay. They still get to see a cool die in there.
13.
13? Okay, we're still good. You're able
That's
to make
I'm
it.
gonna roll really low.
Me too.
You're rolling down here.
Hopefully you guys are in it before I do.
One.
It's like
All
they
right.
all roll good and then I roll crap.
Corfin, you're up. Go ahead, give me a
That or I
d20.
will. You got
9.
A 9.
9.
Damn it. No.
All right.
No, don't do it.
So as you're traveling,
No.
It wasn't me.
we're gonna switch over just to Theater of the Mind real quick because I don't have a map for this. As soon as I find out where my mouse is. All right. So as you're traveling, traveling down and you're on the high road, it's a little safer, but you do hear off in the I'm trying to think, off in the bushes.
Off in the distance.
Yes, not too far off in the distance. The bushes just up from you. You hear some rustling.
I'm gonna book it.
You're gonna book it? The
I'm
tank?
gonna tell. No, I don't want to
That's
get.
our tank is running scared. A dragon too.
The tank is like.
You don't get to be scared. You get to go first.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna ignore it.
Huh?
You're gonna ignore it.
You're gonna ignore
We're
it?
gonna get jumped.
It could
Right.
just be a little bunny rabbit.
Right, if we
Yeah, but what
ignore,
if it's not?
if
What are
we-
the chances of that?
yeah, if we ignore it, we're going. It'll come up behind
He
us
rolled
and get
pretty
us.
low. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be a bunny rabbit.
Right.
Can it be a bunny rabbit, please?
No.
Destructo, roll me a 1d4.
Wait, is this to see if it's a bunny rabbit?
This is just to roll me a 1d4.
I'm scared.
Roll it.
You have bunny
roll
rabbit.
it.
4.
Oh.
What?
I got a 4
Hey,
still.
he got a 4.
All right, still a 4. Where are those kind of rolls normally? Jeez.
Does that mean that it's a bunny?
I guess we'll find out.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for it.
So are you gonna go investigate it?
Yes, he is.
From
No,
a
no,
distance.
no.
We
From
should
a
just
distance.
stand guard.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna pull the binoculars out of my pocket.
the
you have
binoculars that
binoculars?
you don't have? No, she does not have
I
binoculars.
have it.
Is
Oh,
it like
actually,
what time
can
of
you
day
hand-
is it?
I need a piece of paper. Does anyone have
This one's not really used.
this? This
What
one's
time
in
of
good
day
shape.
is it?
So it's about noonish. It's
So we have plenty of light.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have plenty of light.
And anyway, like me, Dad, and Abe.
it's
all
not.
can
You
see
got a
all
while
that
still.
I can't.
Let's go investigate.
Yeah, let's investigate.
Okay. Actually, I should do this. All right. So you're going to investigate it, and
Are we going together or are we doing just a couple of us going?
Yeah, Cody's
We all should go. Cody goes
Yeah.
first. He's our tank.
I didn't sign up for
Yes,
this.
you did. You chose to be the tank.
Yeah.
I'm just a paladin.
You're our tank.
Who's a dragonborn?
I'll go first.
Dragon
actually,
has
you're a
nothing to
fighter.
do
aren't
with
I'm
you?
a fighter,
Yeah, he's
yes.
a tank too.
Okay.
I'll go.
All right.
I'll
So
go
up
fighter.
in theft, you start walking towards the sounds. Can you roll me a dexterity save? Or you can do acrobat. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
that's
things
20.
are at the 20 side.
11.
Plus your acrobatics.
Plus 2, so 13.
Okay, so as you're walking, you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder.
I knew it.
The bunnies have
My
grown
voice.
spears.
As
No, it's
you
this
let me just double check. So it's this one.
What
Is it
what's
twig
so
lights
good?
again? Did
As you
hit?
take 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Okay.
How?
That kind of hurt.
Who went with him?
Not me.
Nobody. Not me.
Just
it was
me.
just him.
It was
you
just me.
just said him.
Well, anyone could have went
Yeah.
checked.
It
All
was
right.
me.
Just him.
All right. Well,
But I
we'll
was
say
ready
it's just
with
you.
my healing spells.
You're ready with your healing spells. Okay.
Just
So-
in case.
As you're walking up, you feel this. Go ahead and roll me another one.
You feel this? You pick up a knife. This is what you
16.
So you also hear another one whiz past your ear. And
Is it
another
like
one.
a little fairy?
Bunnies have developed.
15.
15. Another one, just you just hear like choo, choo, 2 times, and a last one.
They're shooting at you.
The bunnies have developed arrows.
12.
Plus your acrobatics,
14.
14. All right, and then you also feel in your leg another sharp pain, and you take 5 points of damage.
Wow.
Now, as you look down, it doesn't take much perception to realize you've got an arrow in your leg
Yeah.
and an arrow in your shoulder. It's not a pixie that's just flying around. What do you want to do?
So like.
Actually, let's go ahead and just roll for initiative now.
Yeah, there it is. Do we have to roll in there?
Yes. So
So
do it
one
one
at
at
a
a time,
Cody got a 6.
and then I will ask you what
Should we
you
go
rolled.
that
Do
way?
I take it out?
Or that way?
Just go this
Okay, go Ammon. We'll go clockwise.
You got a
Oh.
1.
I've got a bad
I
set.
think
I
we know
gotta
who's
go.
going
I
last.
Better
gotta
getting-
fix the setting.
Better
real
getting
quick.
these numbers now
A
than
5.
Well,
when we're
remember
attacking.
what you get. Just for a second, I have to go
That's
make a
3.
couple quick setting changes. Apparently,
you
it
already
didn't
went.
change.
You don't get a
Leave them in
reroll.
there.
No, you don't get a re-roll. Whatever you roll is
No,
what
don't
you
leave
got.
them in there because we have to roll.
You don't
Yeah.
need to leave it in there either. No. Oh,
Yes,
dang it.
7.
Wow,
It's
we're
a-
all rolling.
It's a good thing we
Watch
got the.
Melissa roll 20.
That's
Four.
okay.
That's
4.
9.
I
It's
haven't,
a.
I haven't
it's
rolled
good
for
we-
them just yet.
Good we
So
roll
Okay.
these, but
that's
when,
tilted
before we're
title.
attacking.
We haven't gotten over 10. All of our rolls are below 10.
Yeah. We're doing good, guys.
Okay, and then what else did I need?
Lowest stats.
I got 3.
So be.
I got a
Dad.
6.
Sorry, I thought all this part was already on. Apparently, it's not.
What did you get?
I got 7. So
I got
with
a-
my initiative, I got
So
8.
it goes Ammon,
Oh,
me,
initiative.
you.
That's
I
right. I
got
got
eight.
9 with it.
Oh, I got a 5
I
then.
got 8.
I think
Plus
that's
one.
all I need. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna ask you your. What the heck just happened?
Dad, what's
Lot
a
of
sacred
Photoshops.
weapon?
Huh?
The
Sacred weapon is a spell that creates kind of a ghost weapon that can attack actually. But
I
a
remember
really
those.
good advantage to a sacred weapon is like you could cast it and it's behind an enemy, and you're in front of the enemy. It gives you flanking advantage, so
Does
it can
divine
definitely
health
be good.
just give me more?
Divine health. Read
Go
it.
get your phone.
Yeah, get your phone. All right. Oh, that's the one I missed. Hold on a second. I need another one. Oh, which one is it? This one. I don't care about that. Just when I thought everything was taken care of.
What is that even
numbering,
Baxter Lawson.
What?
and,
I don't know.
And then.
Do we know who Baxter Lawson is? Or is
Huh?
that from our other game?
What are you talking
That
about?
must be from the other game. I don't recognize that.
From what?
I'm gonna erase it. Baxter Lawson is written on my paper.
Oh.
It's probably from the other one.
I don't know. Whoever's doing that, stop.
It was me.
Who's playing with the thing under the table? There's one other thing I need to do really quick. Where is it? I guess it's better we get this now than later. I need to.
Well, I will be right back.
Alright, you be right back. It'll be just a second. As soon as I find this goofy thing. Ah, here it is, I think. Is this it? No, that one's not it. Where is it? I always have this. Oh, here it is. Okay. There we go.
Dad, I have to choose my oath.
Not yet. We won't worry about that right now because that's going to take too much time.
Where do I look at my spirit, at my sacred weapon?
Look up sacred weapon. Alright, so we need to roll for this. We're just waiting for Tazzy to get back. that initiative? Yes. Enemies. All right, so let's go ahead and add in Talia. What'd you get for your initiative?
9.
9. All right. Corfin?
3.
You guys did really good initiatives. Destructo?
8.
8. Where is... Oh, Optin Def.
8.
8. I think it's considered a spell, so go look in spells. Look in the other one. I don't know how good that one is. And Tazzy, what'd you roll?
4.
A 4.
Well, a 5 with my initiative.
Nope, too late. You said 4.
Oh.
But it doesn't change where I changed it to a 5, but it doesn't change where your placing was.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay. So, you guys don't get to see them yet because you haven't seen anything. So, all of a sudden, who should I? Let's see. We got 5 here.
It doesn't show it.
Op and theft. There. What's your?
No, not him.
What's
He's
your
already
AC?
hurt.
You're not really bad. What's your AC?
14.
14.
All right, so that's a hit. You take another 6 damage. Are you feeling the burn?
What are you at?
19.
We don't talk about
And let's see who else. That's a 3 roll on that. Destructo. What is your AC?
20.
19 plus.
19.
That is a channel
Plus
divinity
4,
sacred
so-
weapon.
A 23, yes. So a 23 does hit you, so you take 4 damage.
That's not very nice.
Let's see. And you might take another one. 17 and 4.
I'm sorry, what?
What'd you say you are?
20.
20. So you take another.
I don't like this.
You take 3 points of damage. And then finally, let's see who the last person to get hit is.
Me?
Op and theft.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my
5 more?
No.
You're
You
just
said you're
picking on
what?
him.
14?
Yeah.
It misses. Another one. This is by your ear.
Can I
And-
run away? I'm not run away, but can I like step back?
All right. So
They're arrows, so that'd be better.
that will be those
That's
guys.
Can I get closer?
Talia, you're up.
I go first?
Well, they just took their turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, can I walk closer to them?
So roll me a perception.
Yeah. That's not what this does. It's not like the one that summons a weapon. It just makes my weapon
16
roll on charisma.
plus
That might not be the one I'm thinking of. Then.
perception. So I got. You moved it. It was at
Yeah.
16.
That's fine.
18.
So you got 18. So you were kind of paying attention after Up and Theft got hit the first time by 2 arrows. You were paying attention the second time around, and you kind of have an idea from which bush and tree area those arrows are coming from.
Okay. So.
You can tell your party.
Yes, okay. So, well, I don't really know where the bushes are, but there's.
You just say it's
The
over there.
arrows are like coming from that area, that bush, and then
Or they're yonder.
yonder in that bush, and then yonder in that bush.
Yonder in that bush. Okay?
So here.
And what do you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm not throwing my daggers. That takes a move to get. Anyway.
And you're throwing it at nothing. You just saw an arrow come from a direction.
Can I ready in action?
Sure.
Yeah.
How much damage?
So you want to ready in action? What is your trigger?
Well, if
That can be a trigger.
yeah, when they do,
When they jump out.
So when anything hostile
Yeah.
is visible, right? And what is your action that you're going to do when the trigger is set? Hide?
No, I said fight.
Oh, fight.
Or hide. That's
I'm
good
gonna
too.
hit them with my dagger.
So now you
Well,
might not be close enough. Do you have
that's
a
true.
bow? You could get
Yeah,
your bow
I
out
could do
ready
that.
and just be holding it,
Yeah.
ready to release an arrow as soon as you see
Yeah.
any hostile.
So she'll use her short bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a short bow. Okay. So you're gonna ready an action for as soon as you see something hostile that means ill will to your party. All right. That brings us to Destructo. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hide behind healer.
You're gonna hide behind.
You
the
are a
healer?
tank and a dragon. Are you kidding
But I
me?
got shot and I hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait,
Our
how,
tank
many,
is a
how much
baby.
damage have you taken? I gotta put that on here so it shows up there for the stream.
I'm down to 19.
Oh, I guess it doesn't show up there for the stream.
Hey, he's a tank too.
You're down to 19.
Yeah.
So you've taken how
I've
many
taken,
total?
let's see, I started at 36. So,
19, 36. I'm not thinking straight right now. Hold on.
so 19 and 19. So
I'll just go
38,
ahead and
so-
pull up the calculator real quick.
Okay.
36. And you're at 19 now?
Yes.
So you've taken 17
Yeah.
damage. Okay. All right, and then Destructo, how much damage total have you taken? Because I haven't put that in here.
7.
7 in all.
Yeah.
Okay. Although, like I said, our our stream can't actually see it because it's theater.
But
of
it
the
helps
Mind.
me though, so that I can see.
Yes. Well, you can see it up there, can't you? Barely. You can turn off the middle switch right there.
Then
No,
it'll turn
on
off
the light switch. That'll turn off
Well,
the
light
light.
switch
It'll
clear
make
back
this
there.
more visible for you. So just the middle one. We want the fan on because it's hot. Yes, we do. Does that make it a little better?
Not really, but
Yeah,
let
that's
me
good.
let me do one other thing. I can go on the projector and make sure the focus isn't way. Oh my gosh, that's bright.
and more.
You're gonna hide behind me.
Yeah.
I gotta do this for you. I'm like a stick and you're a huge dragon. That's not gonna do
I'm
anything.
not a
Is that better?
dragon. My parents are
Can you
dragons.
see
Yeah.
that better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Helps to have the projector in focus. Table.
Sorry, an earthquake just happened.
An earthquake. Well, they wouldn't have seen it.
They heard
'Cause
it.
They might have heard it. Okay, so continuing on, we said Destructo. You're not doing anything but
No,
hiding.
it's hiding behind me.
All right.
Wait, no, I have a bow.
You
so,
say it.
Yeah,
That's
No,
what you're
no,
doing.
no. I'm gonna hide
Honey,
behind
it's
her,
not-
but ready my bow.
Well, you realize that she's in front of you. Now you can't see anything.
Yeah.
She's basically.
And I'm like this big and
She's
he's this
making
big.
a wall that you can't really see
Okay,
past.
fine. Then I won't hide behind her, and I'll just ready my bow.
So you're readying an action. What is your action and the trigger?
A bow.
So you're doing the same as
Yeah.
Talia.
Do
I
the other
do. I
one.
have a crossbow.
Your crossbow. Okay. That puts it down to up and theft. What are you doing?
Well, besides sitting there on one knee,
You're
bleeding.
pretty
Bleeding
sure
out.
you know where they're coming from,
Right.
And you're not that far from
No,
them now.
so I'm actually
You
going
should-
to get my whip and
Did
yeah,
I
crack it
flash?
into the bush where they came
to
from.
make a scary sound.
Yeah, to see if
Well, they
to
didn't come
see-
from the same sound, the exact
if they
same
come
place.
out.
Right.
You did notice there's like a bush, kind of off to your left and kind of diagonal from you, and then there's another kind of tree area. There's bushes and some trees, and that seems to be where the other one came from.
Yes.
Your whip might not be long enough to actually reach. I mean, they're probably about 20 feet away from you.
No, I
your
think
whip,
it's long enough.
your whip is, I think, it gives you an additional 5 reach, which is 10.
So you can walk forward.
So you could walk towards it and
Yes.
crack your whip.
Well, more like crawl towards it.
Yeah, crawl, limp towards it.
Yes.
Crawl
and
dragging
that's what I'm
yourself
gonna
on
do.
the ground.
I am going to get this up.
Hobble.
Yeah, I'm going to limp my way to the front
Shift the world.
to the front of the bush and throw my whip in and see what.
You're throwing your whip.
Well, no, cracking my whip
You're
in.
cracking your whip in. See if you
Just
can
throw
scare
it.
it.
Yeah, see if I can scare whatever's in there.
Okay.
out.